Starting the recording again.
You all take care.
Thanks, Don. Tom. I just made Don. I combined his whole name into one word that was not the right. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Barely made it. Okay.
Amanda, this is probably a stupid question, but
No such
being on the committee chair, does that put me on the board or not? Because I've gotten some things that I have looked at that I thought were probably for the board, but yet I really have never considered myself to be on the board. So
You are.
Our board
I am.
meetings are always open.
yeah, why I understand that, but I didn't know.
You can
I
have
didn't
my
know if I-
spot if you want it.
Nope, you can't. Ron, you're always so you're welcome to join.
Well, okay, but am I official?
You are an official member of the board, but not a voting member of the board, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay,
Very
all right,
correct.
very good. Thank you. That's I just wanted to clarify.
Yes,
So
which is why I keep sending you.
mute my mic and sit here and be quiet.
I have a favor to ask because apparently my company is now blocking Google Drive and I can't share the thing that we're gonna do, the agenda for tonight.
Oh,
Somebody else share it?
is that the page? Or the Trello or whatever that is?
No, I sent it out, what?
Well, I'm downloading it. I'll share it here in a second.
Thanks, Chris, I appreciate it.
You got to give me access to share.
Oh, share on this. Access to share here? I don't think so. You should have it.
You want me to share it on the screen?
I can't get to Google Drive at all. So
Right, so-
tried to open that up. I had trouble with that.
So how do you want me to share it, Amanda? That's my
can you,
question.
yeah, can you share it on the screen, please, Chris?
Yeah, do you have you given me access to do that?
On Zoom, yeah, you should have access.
Okay. Let me get there. Share. Yep, I got it.
Thank you.
Oops, what happened? Hang on.
Can you see it?
I lost whatever it was I was looking at. Now hold on. There I am.
Yeah, now I can see it.
Page width.
What is going on? I love when my IT guy decides that he's just going to randomly change things and not give anybody a heads up.
Hey, Jeff, can you get the dog?
Okay.
Well, I don't want him growling at me while I'm on my meeting.
Thanks, Chris.
Yep.
I did have one thing to add to this, and I back after this, so you guys don't need to keep notes or anything else. Keep notes here. One thing that I needed to add to the agenda before we approve it is that Rory had sent out a request to be reimbursed for some IT equipment that he purchased out of pocket. So I want to make sure that that makes its way. So that was the only addition to the agenda that I wanted to propose after we sent it out. Does anybody else have anything else?
Just ink and paper.
Now, the only question I had is on that Trello. It said that you guys sent out, or Uda sent out a secretary kind of job description. I did not get it, or I don't know where to look for it.
Okay, well, let me look back through my emails and make sure that we didn't get your email address wrong, because that would be a bigger problem. And then I'll make sure that it gets sent to you, whether we just send you the
well,
link
she
on
sent it out
RI.
email. Maybe I just missed it, or I accidentally deleted it, or it showed up in spam and I just didn't recognize it. So my apologies.
No need.
I'm pretty sure it's probably operator error on my side, but just in case.
Okay, so Mickey, Amanda, Jerry. So we have a quorum, so we're good with number 1. Number 2, are we good to approve the agenda with the amendment of adding Rory's stuff to the treasurer report?
Yes. I've got a motion to approve.
Thank you, Mickey. There's a second.
Second.
Thank you, Rory and Chris. Committee reports. Linda's not here. I did not see. Does anybody know? And I can reach out to her and ask, but I'm not seeing anything scheduled. Before I say that, make sure that I didn't see the wrong place. I will just say on Linda's behalf that we need to get some more things scheduled. That's where I'll go with that. So please be on the
And-
lookout
and-
for other members.
And in my defense, I'm just too boring. The about me would just like put everybody to sleep. So I don't think all of us need an about me.
What I heard is Mickey should do an about me.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't even have a bike like you, Amanda. I don't even have a bike at the moment. I have a scooter.
That works. I want to hear about your scooter. I think you should do an about me presentation that's just 30 minutes of you riding around on your scooter with a GoPro.
Me riding on my scooter.
Mickey-
About town. Mickey about town.
Oh my God, I would totally watch that. That'd be
Wait a minute. Mickey, I thought you had
It
a
would
bike
be
with a
Mickey and
chauffeur.
Oscar about town.
Mickey, does your scooter have power?
It does.
Then you have a bike.
And it's little license plate says, yes, it's fast and no, you can't ride it.
That's amazing. Alrighty, so I'll put that
About
out there for
15 years
Linda.
ago, I was in the Alps riding with some friends, and there was a group of about 30 scooters that we came opposed to, and they were having a ball. They were small scooters. They weren't big.
No, it's fun. It's a nice little scooter, and I have to admit I do enjoy it, and I do feel cool on it, but it's not nearly as cool as my Dragonfly Green Softail Deluxe. So, anyway.
There's different kinds of cool. Alrighty, so that's all I had for Linda, and I'll try to remember to send out a note to everybody to remind them if they haven't done their about me to self-select. Rory's treasurer report went out earlier this week. Thank you, Rory, for updating it with the members who are currently behind in dues. I think what we wanted to see, rather than a list of members, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, was more just a roll up of what the financial damages are for the outstanding dues. Does anybody? Does it matter?
Yeah, you know what? I don't even know if I owe money or I don't owe money, or if that be a nice little tutorial on how to check for yourself.
You do.
I do. I'm pretty sure I do. And I think Jeff does too.
Okay, well, I'll add that to the list of things that we need to remind people of as
It's just, how do you go on the little thing? And because I mean, I don't check very often, and I'm pretty sure I do. I probably need to go on. I'll do that after this one. But it just, I know there's an email that gets sent out, but I don't always catch it. And just let's face it, my email, I get bombarded every day with so much junk mail. It's ridiculous. That
email is where tasks go to die.
yeah, it is. And let's face it, I've got like 3 emails and I don't read them all. And plus I'm responsible for my mother's email, and that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. I'd almost rather just say, okay, they're due in March. I'll put it on my calendar to look at them in March or whatever day it is. And, I'll just go in there and check them, and I don't even just know where to go to look.
Rory, that's something I could do, is I could send out a calendar reminder. Or
That would be good.
Mickey, me, Scott could send out a calendar reminder from the motorcycle Rotarians
Check,
email.
dues are due on the X day of the month or the X day of the year,
The
and
quarter.
Right, you can do it.
just
You can
pay
do it
it,
quarterly, yearly, semi-yearly.
whatever the frequency is, because tell you the truth, I've just lost track of whether I do or don't owe dues. So, but I'll take care of it. I'm pretty sure I'm a delinquent.
I think you just like getting emails from me.
That's me.
Okay, so the other part, so treasurer's report, I didn't have anything to change, and I don't have anything else to add. Did everybody get a chance to review? Is there anything that anybody would like to see added or changed?
I move to approve as submitted.
Chris?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Mickey.
Hey, while we're at it, do we want names on there, or do we want just how much is owed?
I would personally prefer the names not be on there, just because I'm pretty sure I'm on there. But if we could, I think we should send an email out, just individuals.
That's
and-
on me, Mickey. Yeah, that's on my list of things to do. I think it's actually in the Trello.
And then next
Rory,
go
I-
around, we'll warn people that their names will show up on the list. The list.
I think what would be helpful, Rory, rather than the names, is a roll up of what's outstanding and how it impacts our financials.
Okay. Well, that's, that was kind of what I was getting at last time when we were talking about that was, do you want me to put that list out there like I had it? Because I was only sending it to you at the time.
Yeah. No, I think I'd rather see it where it was just the roll up. I'm sorry that I didn't clearly communicate that.
Okay, that's not a problem. That's all I'll do from now on.
Is it annoying that I'm looking over here when I talk to you guys? I put you guys on the wrong screen.
No, I do that as well, because I got the camera on one spot and the page on another, so.
All right, so for the treasurer's report then, going forward, yeah, please let's just do a roll up of the outstanding dues and how that impacts the financials.
Okay.
So with that change, we still have Chris Jones as motion to approve.
And I second it.
Thank you, Mickey, with that change. All right. Keith, the club runner stuff is just what it is.
I guess the question for Mickey, can you get into Club Runner?
I can. I don't remember my password, but I'm gonna have to find it. It's on here someplace. I'll find it.
Okay. Gonna say, because I could walk you through how to get there.
No, I kind of, it'll take me a minute, but I'll figure it out. And if I get really stuck, I will reach out to you.
Okay.
And then Keith, from a membership standpoint, I think now that we have Mickey and Scott on board and helping out, both of them helping out with the secretarial duties once I get a chance to talk to them about what that looks like. These are the kinds of things with the club runner issues that I think they could help with because they're both active members rather than associate members.
Yeah, it really frustrates me because when I go into Motorcycling Rotarians on Club Runner, it shows me as executive secretary. But when I go out to my Rotary to try to get some of this information, it still refers me back to Rotary Club of Hampton Roads, and I can't change that.
Yeah, you'll always be only able to see your primary club. You won't be able to see the information on this club.
Okay.
You can only be because Rotary only systematically allows you to be a member of one club at a time.
Now, Club Runner can list you as executive secretary. You have to be listed as executive secretary for this club at Rotary International, and you don't have to be a member of this club to do that. There's all sorts of executive secretaries.
But
Now,
see,
you
I'm
might
not
have to have a
member
totally
of
different-
any other club. I'm not a member of any other club, so that might help.
Yeah, but
What we're running into right now is the issue that we have Keith, who we wanted to put as executive secretary because he needed access to Club Runner as the membership committee person. And then we now have co-secretaries, but only one secretary position. So it's something that we need to, Mickey, you and me and Scott and maybe Jerry need to talk about, like how we can remedy that.
Yeah.
well, I'm just pointing out that that's two different things, though. I mean, Club Runner and Rotary International records are two different things still when it comes down to access.
Yeah. So Keith, the Club Runner issues that are under the membership, like I said, I think what we need to do is when Linda gets back, let's have a powwow, me, you, Mickey, Scott, and Linda, I guess is probably the best ones to do it, and figure out what we need to say to RI to help them understand these issues that we have going on right now, which are all with associate members, Clark Painter and Paul McAfee's transfer.
Right. I would appreciate that because like I said, I'm very frustrated.
And then the outstanding actions under your membership committee stuff is just the stuff that we talked about, which are not, those are things that we were talked about getting done before the end of the year.
Right.
Um,
And again, I apologize. I did not see this agenda before today, just before right now. So I did not get it earlier. So I haven't addressed any of this.
That's
It
okay.
came-
I mean,
It came out last week.
I missed it then. I'm sorry.
no,
No,
don't
I
apologize.
saw it, but it looks a little different. Did you make some changes to it between then and now?
No, I don't think so.
No, maybe I should have printed it out.
It's all good. And that's part of the reason too, that I wanted to set up the Trello board where it's a little bit easier to track actions. You guys could ask questions and
Mhm.
and stuff.
Well, how do you know on Trello if I finished something or I did something?
You can move it to the done tab. Let me show you.
Yeah, I very much like that. I like that board.
Yeah, I use it quite
I
a
gotta
bit.
figure out how to use it, but I like it.
Chris, can I share for a second?
Sure.
Thank you.
Let's see, stop share.
Thank you. Oh, here we go. Share my screen. On the board, when you guys have an action, it's Rory, I moved this to completed and Mickey's telling me that didn't actually get completed. So Rory, all you have to do, where's one of yours?
Well, actually, under completed, I actually made a note. You can see where I made a note that I couldn't find it.
So I'm gonna move it back to needs help because it
Yep.
needs to be
But you'll
needs
see
to be worked on.
my note there that I couldn't
Yeah.
find it.
Yeah, I see it. And I got an email telling me that you put that note in there too. So Rory, literally all you have to
Top
do,
left.
thank you. All you have to do,
Top
Is-
left one, there you go.
yep, all you have to do is just grab it and move it to completed.
Oh, I didn't see a completed column. Okay.
Sorry. And you guys, I don't feel like you need to use this. It's one of those things, I need something like this that's gonna notify me. That's why I also put the dates in here for all of my stuff that I didn't get done, so that it sends me a reminder as well.
No, I like it very much. It's very cool. Will it send us an email once we're set up in it?
Yeah, once you're set up in it, it'll also remind you anytime that I tag you in an action or somebody comments on something that you've been tagged in.
But I mean, can you add, like, for example, can you add the description or whatever to the task list? And can I always find it here?
Find the what? The secretary description?
Yeah, the secretary description.
Yeah, I definitely
So if you, rather than emailing it to me, if you just put it here, can I pull it up?
How about that? I'll create a new,
Then-
I'll add
then
a
you could just-
resources tab over here. I will.
Right, then you could just add it there and I know that's where I go to get it, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna assign this
There
to
to get it
myself as an
too.
action. Yep.
Okay, very good.
Yep. And if there's any other resources you guys want put up here, I can do that too. Just let me know.
Okay.
Okay, but we digress. Chris,
Yes, we do.
can you please?
Want me to share it back again?
Yes, please.
Start charging you for this.
Chris is about done with my BS today, folks. So we can move, Chris, or Keith, do you have anything else to add to the membership committee?
I'm sorry, I do not.
Okay, no, don't apologize. Stop apologizing.
Well, I
Nice.
didn't see this, so I haven't had a chance to look at it.
All right, public image chair remains unfilled. Need did present to us. Thank you very much, sir. Do you have anything else to add from the membership committee standpoint? Ron says no, he doesn't have anything to add. He's on mute though, but we can't hear him.
Actually, in the foundation, yeah, I was going to approach the other members of the committee to maybe do a similar presentation or something that hopefully will be better periodically. I mean, I would just every couple months, is that something, would that make sense?
Yeah, every couple months or once a month, whatever you think makes,
Okay.
especially if it's a 5 to 10 minute thing, it's something we can definitely do easily on any of the days when we've got a presenter.
Great, thanks. I'll contact.
Thank you. Jerry, we're good on the Casa Colibri equipment, right? Was that purchased? Finalized?
Actually, if with given a little bit, it's a good chance that'll be finished tomorrow. we've identified the last two pieces. I just got to order them, and I couldn't do that until we've had a lot of electrical problems here. But it looks like tomorrow I should be able to finish it out, and then I just got to write the report. So it should be good.
All right, we need to give you a new task.
No, you don't.
Alrighty. Has anybody heard from Juan? Jerry, have you heard from Juan?
Not in a month or two.
Yeah, he dropped off.
Trying to reach out again, I suppose.
Yep, for sure. And I can do the same. I don't have anything to update there on the technology committee. Like you guys saw, the Zoom stuff, they came back and said that we don't actually have to do the password, which is nice, but we do have to do the waiting room, which is a pain in the butt, but it's better than people not being able to get in at all. Mickey, I'm going to ask for your help on revamping this agenda template, you and Scott, because I feel like there's action items throughout, and then there's this random action item list that gets thrown in the middle here.
Okay.
Just as a
No,
heads up.
that's good. I did church, I did a pro forma form for church, and we just basically had a pro forma agenda,
Yeah,
and it just basically became the, fill in the blanks.
yeah. And then this one, the way I've been doing it is I do up the agenda, and then I take the notes on the agenda and turn it into the minutes. And
Yeah, that's basically what I did. It was a pro forma, here's the pro forma form for the agenda, and then you fill in the blanks and it became the notes. So, glad to help.
yep. So
If you want to send this to me in Word document form, I'll be glad to assist.
okay, we've been putting it up in the Google Drive so that if there's any updates that anybody wants to make, they
That's
can
where
do
I
it.
was having difficulty getting it downloaded from the Google Drive, but I'll try it again.
Okay, well, and I have to wait until I get home because apparently I can't
Okay,
get to Google
that's
Drive.
fine. I will try it again for the Google Drive. For some reason, I could get it, but I couldn't edit it.
Well, that might just be I'll make a note. That might just be a permissions issue.
All right. I could read it, but I couldn't download it or do anything with it.
Okay, well,
Print
that's
it
not
or-
helpful for a secretary at all. So, my actions are still outstanding. I'm gonna finish a lot of this tonight. I still need to reach out to Debbie Vance about the virtual banner. Rory and Jerry are on hold about the physical banner until we have the virtual one. And then Ucha didn't give me an update yet on the shirts and stuff. So I'll reach out to her and see where she is with that. These are all my actions. Do need, like I said, get back in touch with RI and send them our current officers. I can go ahead and just create the email alias, Mickey, for you and Scott, and I'll just make sure that you guys have the password for that.
Okay. And what do you anticipate us doing with that email alias?
So the reason for that was that, well, we may not need it, but the reason for it was that we thought we might need a single email where you guys could receive notifications from RI because they won't recognize two secretaries.
I gotcha. Okay,
We're cheating the system.
that's fine. That'll be the 5th email I need to check.
Well, then maybe we don't.
Amanda, would that work? Just giving them secretary RCM 1, 2, and 3?
Giving it to whom? To RI?
Can you have more than one person having that same Gmail?
That's okay. It would just mean that Scott and I need to coordinate our responses to anybody on the emails.
You can set this up so that it forwards to multiple email addresses. So
Yeah.
when an
But
email
we
comes
don't
in,
want to have either of us respond differently.
right,
You can definitely do that and just make sure that you CC the other person
Right.
when you respond, right? But
Right.
so let's talk. Like I said, you and Scott and I
We'll
need to have
talk
a
about
meeting anyway. We're in the same place with the gear. Like I said, we need the update from Uta on those things. Another thing that we need to talk about as it's coming up on December, and we'll talk about it next month, is we will need to be doing elections for next year's board in December. We need to at least start the process in December. I think we have to have it done by February.
It has to be done by December 31.
December 31, just kidding. We have to have them reported to RI in February for sure. So that'll be going out before our next meeting for sure, or we're not gonna have time to turn it around. So that'll be an ad hoc thing that comes out. And Mickey, I will document exactly how I did it last year using the Google form and make sure that you and Scott have that, so it's easy for you to put together.
Okay.
All right. That's all I had. Is there anything from the? I think that was it on the Trello board. I literally just took the actions that were in the agenda and put them on the board. Is there anything else that we need to discuss tonight? Oh, actually, we skipped through Rory's. Is everybody, I need an approval to pay Rory back for the paper and ink that he paid for out of pocket.
So move.
Second, Nick.
Thanks, Jerry. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
We didn't vote on it yet, but
Well, just for bringing it up, you know, been doing this for 3 years and I haven't charged for it, so.
you know, why don't we put a line item in our budget that's automatic and then he can just report that it's paid for. He doesn't need to. These sort of things should be something that's just standard.
I agree. We don't need to vote on that going forward. Do we need to vote on whether we need to vote on, whatever.
Why don't?
Any
here,
objections to adding it to the line item as a line item in the,
Well, let's finish out a vote on this thing here and then I'll make another motion. How's that?
sounds good to me. So voting, please, to pay Rory back for the stuff that he paid out of pocket for.
Aye.
Aye.
Unanimous makes it a lot easier to write it. All right.
Okay. All right, then I make a motion that we establish a $500 line item that he's allowed to draw from it as he sees fit and need, and he just needs to report when he spends from it.
Second,
Report to whom, Jerry?
To,
To the
Yeah.
board, just to the
To the
board
board.
when he spends it. But then he has the money there that he doesn't have to worry about getting things done on our behalf.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify to whom, that's all.
so establish $500 line item to draw from for the treasurer as he needs it and report to the board.
That's
I've never
for
charged-
what, office supplies?
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
never charged for paper or ink or stamps or postage.
Okay, so
or
just
anything,
for
so-
office.
Money,
supplies, for
things
general office
things he's
supplies.
doing on behalf of us. You know,
Right, right.
mostly that's office supplies, but you know that
Miscellanea.
there might be a time item or two that he needs to buy a plaque. Who knows? Whatever.
Because who else has access to the bank account? Just
He and
Rory.
I think, right?
Yeah.
And the president? No.
Well, I think you gotta just be careful. I think I mean, not that we think anybody would walk off with funds for just anything miscellaneous, but miscellaneous funds can get really fuzzy. So if you say office supplies, it makes it clear.
No, that's all this is, so it's like that and postage, so.
Yeah.
Do we want to make it more specific that it says office supplies and?
I personally think that for future prosperity, you just say office supplies, and that way it doesn't end up in Boy Scouts or, you know, popcorn or food or whatever.
I mean, even with
Tickets or-
what little this is over 3 years, you can even knock it down to $100 for all I care.
This is an office supply, right?
oh, absolutely.
You don't know my
But
office.
I'm just saying, you know, you know, we all know that these are office supplies today, but if you make it a line item for
Sounds good.
posterity,
It sounds
then let's just
good.
make it office supplies.
All right,
No,
so
I agree, Nikki.
all right, so establish $500 line item for office supplies for the treasurer to draw from as needed, report spending to the board.
Right.
No problem.
Got it.
That way it doesn't become airline tickets down the road.
I want to go on a,
Well, I bought them when I was in the office.
I bought them when I was in the office.
alrighty. All right, anything else that we missed? Sorry about that.
The only Amanda, on the bottom of your agenda, next board meeting is going to be December 9.
You don't want to just do it again tonight? Sorry. I'll update it before I send it back out.
Other than that, I move to adjourn.
Second.
Nice. All right, there you go. And I'm paying my dues, man. So you guys all get off my back.
Does anybody know who Michaela Schaller is? Anybody?
Just get off my back. I'm paying my dues.
All right, guys, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.
All right, thanks, guys.
Have a
Good
good
night,
night.
everybody. See you next
Good
week.
night.